Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all of your favorite TV shows. Today, we are talking Big Brother 27, episode 2. This is our nominations episode. And so let's get into BB27. I am Kamaria. I am one of your hosts. I am also an attorney and a pop culture writer.
And I am Victoria, and I'm a psychologist. And before we jump on in, just know at the very end of the episode, we will be discussing spoilers from the live feeds. We will let you know when we get to that point. Yes, we will let you know.
We'll give you plenty of time to exit if you don't want no spoilers from the live feeds. But those who do, you can stay watching for the extra 5 minutes or whatever it ends up being. I have not listened to the spoilers today. Victoria has, so she's going to be schooling all of us. But that's, again, at the very end, and we will let you know when. But right now, just covering the episode 2 of Big Brother 27. So before we get into, the things that happen in the episode, do we have any overall thoughts, just randoms?
I think my overall thought just watching Rachel was, I wish I could see her in her high school days on theater because she's always theatric,
I like Meg from Ginny and Georgia or Max.
Yes. I feel like exactly Max from Ginny and Georgia. I feel like she belongs at Disney as just one of the princesses, because she's so theatric, and it was just all throughout this episode. So I'm really happy to see her back on the BB in the BB house.
Yeah, I think it'll add something for sure. I don't know if do I have any overall thoughts? Just that it was a good pace. It's a good pace. We're in episode 2, and I was like, maybe last episode we talked about how they had a whole week basically of no live feeds, and I was like, if Taylor had that, then we would have not have known that she was being bullied, all that stuff. It made me wonder with the Showergate. We're gonna get into that, but but overall, I was like, okay, I think sometimes this extra time gives them time to start us off, hit the ground running with a story, because they're kind of knowing who who's forming different alliances and, who are the central characters right now.
Yeah. Alrighty, so do we want to get into the top of the episode? We immediately start off with trying to figure out who the accomplice is. Mm-hmm. I felt like the theories that the house guest had, I feel like y'all are looking at the most obvious things. Mm-hmm. And Big Brother is never that obvious. That's how I was feeling. So I was like, they're not even on the right track with this. As I was watching it unfold and they were having their conversations, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was giving me traitor. When people swear they're right and they're dead ass wrong. It was just, and I love the graphics, suspect. It was boom, suspect. And it just was funny to me. I loved it. I actually like this twist. I feel like this is a really good twist because it started people off forcing them to get into first impressions, forcing them to be who do I trust, who do I don't, forcing them to have conversations, forcing them to put people's names out there. And it's yes, get the game a little messy, get it going. Yeah. So I like that aspect of it. And I also like the fact that it is going to be a constant thing throughout the game until they get the person out. I don't know if Julie will say, I can confirm they were not, or they were the accomplice. My Julie voice. But yeah, I wonder if they're gonna do that. I just feel like it just adds so much, and I didn't want the person to go.
Me either. If it ended up being that easy, I would have been disappointed in this whole idea. But I think Amy, she pulled it off flawlessly. I think the fact that she came in the house loud and oh my god, and she kept that consistently. It's it made everyone focus on her voice and not her actions. So I thought she did an excellent job just playing it back. I would have not guessed that it was Amy for sure.
Did I guess last episode that it was Amy? Because I think I did. I don't know.
You might have. I can't remember.
I feel like I named 2 folks. I feel like I don't know, but I don't know. Maybe I
think you said Riley because he was laying low.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Been in that herd mentality in the house. I would have voted. Because even when he threw the hat on the ground, I was like, "Look at this suspicious behavior." So I probably would have been just wrong. But I thought I said her because she was giving a little extra. I don't know.
Yeah. Lauren, though, she was on the money. She said, I think it's a girl because Rachel came in and that's the only way it would make it 8 and 8. So it has to be a girl. Nobody wanted to listen to her, though. So
I agree.
I was like,
I wrote that too.
Yeah, I was like, she's gonna be, she's a good observer.
Thinking.
So yeah, she's thinking, and it made me more excited about her gameplay. I didn't really have like anything to say about her gameplay in the after the first episode, but I think in this episode I was like, okay, she's someone to watch out for sure.
Anything else about the accomplice before we get into like I guess like the have-nots and all that situation?
Oh yeah, well, let's move into the have-nots.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about the have-not situation. I thought it was cool. I thought everybody played it pretty well, you know?
Yeah.
Except Zach.
Same.
Like, I was like, him picking Ava just because she had these puppy dog eyes didn't feel strategic. But Zach, look, as they come to me, I'm going to say these things. Zach, not knowing that Rachel and Brendan met on their... I say, bruh, you don't know the game. You don't know the game. I was like, he was like, you met your husband? I'm like, so you don't know who she is. You not watched her seasons. I don't understand. How, like, what is this? Like,
yeah, because I was like, okay. I felt like everybody in here said they was a BB fan. So I was definitely surprised when he was asking that question. He felt so inspired.
That's probably why he was going gung ho for the competition to save Julie. He was like, got to start off right. Nope, you know. Look,
yeah, very true.
Lay low in the beginning. True. Everybody else who watch it, they lay low. But he didn't make I didn't think Ava was a strategic choice, but I did. It's like Rachel. I saw her with the Will. That was strategic. Will picking Zach because of the sports. That was strategic. So you know, it stopped there. You know, but anyway, Zach's reward though. Let's get into that because that shit you were saying before this is even bigger than the other reward, and you were saying last time you felt the other reward was you were saying this reward was better, and so now it's even better.
Yeah, it's even like better. Yeah, for reasons I did not expect. I just thought like Zach. And he proved it again, low key, in this episode. He doesn't give me winning potential, so I was like, he's gonna at least leave here with something. But I felt like he was handed a survivor immunity idol with this. I was like, you get to just buy your way off the block before eliminations, like right before. Crazy.
You like it or you not? Don't like it?
I love it. Oh,
me too.
Love it. I love it. I'm like, where has this been?
I just wish it was not with him. I wish it was with somebody who was like going to be a little bit more strategic. Like I would have loved it to be with Rachel. Like, Rachel would have done. I don't know what he's going to do with it, but maybe he'll get hip to the game. I don't know. Because you always got to have some people who are fresh in there. Like Derek X, was that his name? Yeah. Derek X, yeah. He was a recruit. I don't know if this guy's a recruit, but he was a recruit and he became like, after he learned the game, it was like, okay, he might, you know, he's doing some things.
But he read the 40 Laws of Power before he went in there, so he already went in there with he went in there with a strategic mindset, and he's super smart. You could tell his intelligence. Like I'm sure it's pretty up there. Yeah.
I don't have too much else to say about that.
Yeah, should we get into the alliances? We have first the Mom Squad, which is Rachel and Amy. I know last episode you were saying like, I don't know if they're gonna get along, but it seems like they are. So this is
I was like, it's one or the other. They were either gonna be like this or they gonna be like this. And they're like this. And I like it. I think it's cute.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm intrigued to see what is gonna happen now that Amy is on the block, like what Rachel is going to do with this. Like, how is she going to spin her alliance member off this thing?
Yeah. Like, if she's able to do something here, I think that I'll be like, all right, you got it, Rachel. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm going to be fangirling. But I was like, speaking of Amy, like when she went up to the HOH, I felt like when she first started talking, she was asking him questions like, where's your head at? What are you thinking? What would you like to do this week? I think she was asking. And I wrote down like, good, get information from the HOH. And then when she started advocating for Hannah so hard, I was like, whoa, girl, what's happening? Yeah. So I think she's
Ashley. You called her Hannah.
Oh,
this is not. What was her last name? Chutta. This is not Chutta.
Yes. I know, but girl, she looks so much like her to me.
She does.
I promise you, she looks so much like her. But yeah, she started when she started advocating and crying for Ashley, I was like, whoa, you're doing it. It's too much. You're laying it on too thick. And then soon after that, he said what he said,
Yeah.
So I wonder about her dynamic and her part of this mom squad. And I also wonder if they can keep each other far apart enough.
Yeah.
Or like keep it under wraps, because they seem like they're about to be like with each other, and people are gonna be like, them two, they got some shit together.
I don't know why she did that, because one thing I was noticing about her was that she was a listener. Like in all the conversations that she was in, she wasn't speaking up too much, like with the shower thing. And then the next morning when they were on the hammock talking about the shower again, she was just listening. She wasn't adding too much into the conversation. So I was like, this is good. She's going to be able to have her ear in places, take information back to Rachel. So I was excited. But when she went up there and started the waterworks, I was like, honey, no ma'am. Not crying. I'm like, if you gotta let Ashley go, let her go. Like, this is going to hurt your game. This is going to hurt your game. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, or at least try maybe like to change the subject in the house. I feel like saying like, I kind of, it's starting to feel, I don't want us to be like accused of bullying or anything like that. And like people start being like, oh right. No, I'm not, And so like we should probably chill, like, on that talk and just guilt people into some, like different type of conversation and perspective about it.
We don't want to seclude her. We don't want to isolate her.
Yeah, we don't want to do
shower.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
That's the shit. And so I too was just like you, thinking like, oh, she is very, very like, she's giving me a different side. At first I thought she was one note with the loud, but she's giving me a different side. But now it's like, oh, maybe she's a wild card. I don't know, because she's giving me a lot of different things. So I'm back at question mark with her. And so I don't know if she's going to bring Rachel down or if Rachel's going to be like, shh, you better grab a life vest because I done kicked you out my boat.
Right. And I was also thinking too, like she did this after this conversation that she had with Rachel, where Rachel was like, let the 20-year-olds have at it with each other. Like, let them pick each other off so we can stay in the background. And she put herself right in the middle of it. So
yeah. True. And that's why when Morgan was like, oh, we can learn from her, keep her in here, I was like, you're not gonna be able to learn from her. You're just gonna be able to get like, I feel like you're just gonna have a worse chance of like, beating her, because you're not gonna want to turn on her if you really are an ally with her. You're gonna feel bad about it, and then it's like if she gets to the end, she might get that award again.
Right.
Especially depending on how she plays. So it's like, I'm with Jimmy. I do think she should go sooner than later, and I think she could have been an easy vote. But I guess they also don't want to poke the bear, because Rachel works best with her back against the wall.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for that bear to get poked, baby. I ain't gonna lie, because it's just gonna make good TV. I cannot wait. But yeah, I hope Rachel could just stay tucked under the nice little cover for as long as she can. Give me her in a very like good pace. Let's just say like 3 weeks. Give me 3 weeks with her. Then after that, okay, cool. But just give me 3 weeks. Give me 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So she can at least build some relationships.
Yeah. So I think it was good that they gave her safety, because like it could have been very like easy to just get her out. But yeah, so Jimmy, Morgan, and Mickey, do you like this bunch? Any thoughts on this?
I am surprised that Mickey wants to work with Jimmy a little bit. I see why Mickey and Morgan are together. I see why Morgan and Jimmy are together, but like them three, it doesn't seem cohesive to me. And I say that because I feel like Morgan, there's more to her than what we saw in the first episode. Like she seems pretty social. Especially because she latched on with Mickey. I was so surprised by their connection that they were having, for sure. Like I was like, okay, this person out of all people, Mickey, like on Mickey's side, not necessarily Morgan's, but she seems like a lot of people have conversations with her. She seems social. So I was like, okay, maybe this is where her and Mickey line up. And then for Mickey and Jimmy, I can see them lining up because they're both gamers. right? But I do not see them all being able to work together because I don't think Mickey is gonna want to be controlled by Jimmy, and Jimmy wants to control. That seems to be like where he's going with these conversations. Like he wants to be able to plant enough seed and enough doubt into people's minds where he gets to sway them. And he's like he's a little aggressive with it, I think, in his approach, especially for it to be so early. I'm like, you gotta wait. You got to see how people digest information before you're just trying to rock the boat and sway people to think the way that you're thinking. And so I don't think in the long run, this is going to work.
Yeah, it just depends. Cause I see what you're saying. I think that was a good point that like, I hadn't paid attention to the fact that he was just very strategic. And I'm like, or in every conversation, it was just strategy. I don't think I saw a just chilling and having fun, laughing sort of conversation. And even in that conversation where Jimmy was in the bathroom with the two ladies, it just seemed less serious than he did. It seemed like he convened the meeting. I don't know, but he seems like he's on high alert. It's the DC politics. It's the DC politics. But I do think that he could go far if he just doesn't, it seems like he's talking to his people now, or trying to talk to his people. So if he doesn't talk to the folks who are not his people, I feel like he might be all right. But he also, like what you said, is having a lot of these conversations hot and heavy. So it's kind of like, he might be a visible, like, oh, he's gaming, right off the bat. But yeah, I don't think I saw enough from the three of them to really understand how I feel about them yet. I do know that, like what you were saying, the way that Jimmy explained how they are formed, he was like, Morgan and Mickey are good. I'm good with Morgan. It felt like, if I was Mickey, I would be a little mindful, because it gave me that he was good with Morgan. It didn't give me that he's like, he said I love her, but he explained it in a way that was like somebody else, brought her in, but I love her, I mean,
it was like if I want Morgan, I have to have Mickey.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like that. So that doesn't bode well to me for Mickey. And, Mickey, I'm trying to root for Mickey at this point. I was trying to root for Catherine before the Showergate. I ain't like that. Yeah. But yeah, we'll talk about that when we get to that. But who else do we have? We have the Jim Bros, and we have Vince and Jimmy. And two alliances now.
Yeah, Jimmy is in the cookie jars. Jimmy is in the alliances, but I do think it goes back to what the people said about what JD was talking to Huda. You like to dominate, and I don't like to be dominated. Okay, I think this is what is going to come into play in this dynamic right here. Yeah, I think Jimmy wants to dominate. I don't think Vince wants to be dominated. It's very clear Vince wants to be able to think for himself. Vince too his critical thinking skills are up there, because the way he was able to even deduce through that conversation he was having with Amy. Oh, well, if I put Ashley up there, might as well put Amy up there, because she's clearly going to be upset. So I can not disrupt the house too much by putting both of them up there. You know what I'm saying? So I think he is going to want to think for himself, and I don't know if Jimmy is going to be able to be a team player and not push his agenda too much to the point where Vince is like, hey, I'm out. And like I said in the last episode, I think Vince is going to, yes, be in some alliances, but I think ultimately he wants to be a solo player. He wants his fate in his hands. I think his relationships will go as far as, can you get me to the next week? But I don't know if he's going to have any like true loyalties with anyone. Not because he's untrustworthy, but because he wants his game in his hands.
No, I perfectly said. I agree with that. The Jim Bros are the last ones that we have down here, but they're not really quite an alliance. They're just folks who hang out together, but that's how the strongest alliances form, to be honest. Those who just like each other,
Yeah.
And so they're working out together. I don't know if they hang out or if they just work out, because they could not like each other, but they, really have fitness goals that they want to keep up, and they push each other. So, but also at the same time, I think that it will definitely form into something. But I love to hear some, diary room confessions about like what it is that they feel about each other, and then I'll make up my mind about that. So any thoughts on them before we get to Showergate?
No, let's move on to Showergate. I said, no, y'all not mad at my girl for wanting to clean the cooter? Leave her alone.
Oh my God. I was like, why did she do that? I was like, maybe like she took a shower and then a bath, because I can't imagine a shower taking that long.
Yeah.
Maybe because he had a little, like, I would want to take a bath in that tub, but at the same time, you know, I do think that I would probably be a little bit more like, let me just, you know, I'm not gonna be the first, and I don't want to do it before he does it. But I also thought it was a lot. It was a lot. It made me think, like, is this just what they're showing us? Is there more, you know, going on? Because it, like, even the way Catherine seemed a little hot in her little confessional. She was just like, over a shower? Oh my God. Like, she was not. So I was like,
I said,
is this
not
a little
the
more
feminist
heated in the house? Yeah, like it made me, because I liked her from her intro package, but I was like, I didn't like this, because she did ask the question to I keep wanting to call that girl Hannah, to Ashley. She did ask the question like in a way that kind of did call her out. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like she wasn't trying. I mean, everybody was talking about her, to be honest. It's not even like a question about it, but it's just like, you know, it's kind of like something about the way she asked the question in front of everybody, right after everybody was talking about it. It was a little messy. It was a little like, I'm purposely trying to like,
stir the pot.
Stir the pot, and other people hear me ask the question. I'm trying to get the information in front of everyone. It's not a like, it didn't seem genuine. So I wasn't a fan of that with her, and I didn't like her coming in hot. Like, don't be all having an attitude about it. So I didn't like that. But Ashley, I wrote down, she don't got no chill. She don't got no chill. This Showergate situation, she didn't make it better. Like,
he did not make it better. Constantly checking in. Yeah, constantly checking in at the HOH room. I was like, this is going to get spun into something, anything. Mm-hmm. People are grasping for straws. They're looking for breadcrumbs to give anybody a reason to dogpile on one person for the first vote. And so you got to be on your P's and Q's. Also, too, I when it came to the shower, I was just like, how long was this shower? Like, was it comparing the shower that possibly everybody is having downstairs, because it's quick, it's in and out, like you got 3 minutes and you out? Like, what is it? I just could not imagine that girl was in that shower that long. I cannot.
Yeah, I have no clue. I really would love to get the time stamp on it.
Please.
But I feel like, that's why I wondered, like, because somebody said an hour and a half and somebody else said 2 hours. I said, there's no way she's taking a shower for that long. She would probably run out of hot water. Production would probably say, the water, we can't do that. I think she took a shower and then maybe did a bath, because a lot of times people will clean off, you know, before they get into a bath, so they're just not soaking in, you know, all their dirtiness, you know? And so maybe she did that. But I don't know. I have no clue. I just know that she did not handle it well.
The water running. So that
was just a sound effect.
Yeah,
that was a sound effect.
True. Yeah, maybe in the next episode, Big Brother could do like the little clock that they do sometimes and just show like truly how long was she in this shower. Please tell us. And
I guess if she was taking a bath, she might have said like, she would have say that, as opposed to, I wasn't in the shower the whole time, I was in a bath, because that sounds more reasonable. So I don't know.
But even then, how would that be disrupting Vince? Like, a bath is not a loud thing. You know what I'm saying? For Vince to feel like, all I want to do is just get in bed, take a shower, and relax. But Ashley's still in the shower. That's why I'm like, how long was the shower?
Yeah. I don't know. But I did like, I agreed with Amy. I was like, this just seems like a little bit much. But I also felt like there's something about her that was very impatient, especially when she came up and said, or I want to say prima donna. There's something about her that's like princessy or whatever, because when she kept coming up, and then the last time she was like, like whatever that girl is, Catherine, was still in there, and she was like, I didn't, I'm about to go to bed. I just want to do it. It's like she's thinking about her needs before she's thinking about his, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna be like a good alliance member. And so it's like you just kind of turning people off. So yeah.
Yeah, it goes back to when I said, like, she seems smart, but she seems a little ditzy. Like, she's not really reading the room too much.
Yeah,
like,
she's not reading.
I think that's where, like, the ditzy read is coming in at, like, because, I was like, girl, wrong time. If you tired, go to bed, have a conversation tomorrow.
In the morning, yeah. He's not making, was he making nominations that night? No.
No.
He was making them the next day, yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd be the first in his mind. I don't know. The one thing I will say about her is I was thinking, like, as a lawyer, I was like, she may just be, like, aggressive. Like, I don't know what kind of lawyer she is, but if she's, like, a litigator, like, or even just any type of lawyer where you have clients that you have to advocate on behalf of, because all lawyers don't do that. Like, I don't have clients. You know what I'm saying? I have one client and I just advise them on things, right? And so, like, when you have to take into account, like, represent clients and you have different outcomes, you have to be, like, kind of pushy sometimes, and or like be aggressive. And maybe that's like this is her style of, like, being aggressive and, making her point known. I don't know. But that's all I have on that.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's get into nominations. Did you agree with these nominations?
I felt like there
were
was
a good pick. What?
Yeah, I felt like he really had no other way to turn. I felt like if he did not choose Ashley, everybody would have been like, this was the house pick. What happened? Like, this is why being first HOH can be difficult, especially if you started to try and have a relationship with the very person that everybody wants on the block. They decided when everybody got picked for the HOH competition that everybody who got picked wasn't going to get on the block. But unfortunately, everybody got your name in their mouths. I did not like, though, however, how he was not honest with her and said, everybody is talking about you. I don't want to have to put you on the block, because that could have at least saved their relationship for the future if she ends up staying, right? So I didn't think that was a good move on Vince's part, but it seems like he was just so irritated by her that it seemed like he didn't care about severing that relationship. So I found that to be unfortunate. But I understood his thought process behind also putting Amy up, because Amy went to bat for Ashley. And I understand why he put Zay up. He already got suspicion around him. It's also another easy nomination. So
yeah, I wasn't sure about these nominations. I feel like he could have had more pawns in this. That's what I don't like about it. It's like, it's a bloody first couple people. Like, all these people are going to be mad at you. Like, maybe Zay at the least. But Zay was like, I don't want to go on the block. In no way do I want to go on the block. So I felt like there could have been a couple more pawns. But speaking of pawns, Kelly, our South Dakota traveler, that was the craziest idea. I'm glad he did not do that. Made no sense. It's like, you want to become a perpetual pawn, or do you want to possibly go home? Like, that's a huge chunk of the pie that you're just trying to
once you hit the block, it's easy to keep putting your ass up there, pawn or not. Or not. You need to avoid the block at all costs, girl.
Yeah.
I just want to make moves. This ain't how you do it. This ain't how you do it.
She made me feel like her stock went down in my view. Like, it was just like, I don't know, girl. You not saying smart things, so I don't know about you. However, she's bold, so that's still that, she might do some bold things and get out of a pinch because she's able and willing to do something bold. So I still have a question mark on her. I'm not gonna count her out just because she came up with that horrible idea. But
emphasize horrible.
Horrible. I think it was horrible, like horrible. Especially so early. It's like the mode of the house it develops in these first 2 weeks or so. You get what I'm saying? Like, how they're going to be voting, how is it going to be a tumultuous vote? Is it going to be like a split house? It's going to be all on one court. It sets the tone for the rest of the game. And so you do not want to be setting the tone that you are on a block. You're a block person, But anyway, so that's that. But back to the nominations specifically, and we didn't say who were nominated. Zay, Ashley, and Amy. They're the 3 that were nominated. But I felt like in his speech he was gaslighting Ashley, and I just, to your point of like not being honest with her. It's like, even in that speech, it was just like, you made me feel like I can't trust you, and it's like, what?
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get that a little bit, but not really. It's not because of the Showergate. It is because of the Showergate. Like, she had a reaction to the Showergate, and you didn't like her reaction to the Showergate. So it's because of the Showergate. You also had a reaction to the Showergate. You had a reaction because of everyone else's reaction. So you're like two reactions removed from Showergate, but it's all about Showergate. So don't gaslight me, because
yeah.
And I'm like, if I ever played the game, which I'm pretty sure I would never probably be on Big Brother, but I have loved the game and I've always wanted to. I wonder if I would have said something like that in that moment, like if I was Ashley, because like, don't gaslight me. And then also he went back on his word. And so I don't know, but I probably would keep my cool right there. But I'm a little reactive.
I probably would have said something. And I hope at least in conversations after this, she does, but it's going to depend on her approach, right? Like, if she can say what you just said, very clear, concise, it would get across. On top of, I want everyone to know, we had this agreement that everybody who was going up for HOH would not get nominated. And so right now you're telling me that you feel like this is because of us not being able to develop trust, but you are the person being untrustworthy. Double times, because you could have told me it was about Showergate. You 3 times. You could have told me it was about Showergate. You gaslighted me to say it's not about Showergate, and I was not supposed to be up there.
You broke your
so
word.
She definitely could have did something with that, but like I said, they did see. Oh
God! I need you to stop calling that girl. She's a lawyer, okay? Legally Blonde.
I am a psychologist. My line name for my sorority is Legally Blonde, and I have been called ditzy all my life. Sometimes we can't escape it. We can't escape the allegations. I'm a little ditzy. I am.
I don't get ditzy from you, but I see what you're saying with her. There is something that's a little aloof, like not reading the room with her. But like maybe book smart and less like social awareness, But yeah. Do we have other thoughts on the nominations?
No, I think that is it.
Okay. So I think that's the episode, y'all. So we told you we're going to give you a very clear warning when the spoilers come in, because I'm excited. Victoria going to be telling us. I haven't heard the spoilers because I was working all day. Oh my God, I was working all day. This is my first time I watched the episode right before, and now we sitting down to talk about it. So I'm ready for the spoilers. I'm ready to hear it. So if you're not ready, this is your time to exit right now. Save the video, because you might want to learn about it a little bit later. Save the video and give us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, but exit if you don't want no spoilers, because they're coming in 3, 2, 1. All right. So go ahead, Victoria.
Yes, I have a few highlights from the live feeds. Not too many, but one, the veto comp. Somebody on the block won veto. Who do you think won?
Oh, I think one. Ooh. I think Amy won.
Ashley won.
Oh, let Showergate continue. Okay, the reign of Showergate.
Ashley won.
Oh, that's nice.
However, there is a lot of conversations about Ashley's social play. Apparently, at some point, she walked outside to the backyard and was like, are we on BB26 or 25? Like, so people are just kind of like, what world is she in? And so they have still some negative views about her, but I don't know if there is any further conversations about where, the perception that she has currently in the house is going, or if, again, they're just looking for breadcrumbs and it's just like, we got to get her next week. She's safe today, but we got to get her next week. So we will see. I don't know who all played in the veto competition though, but I know for at the bare minimum, she won. So I was excited to see that happen. Yeah. The next thing is Jimmy. Jimmy is rubbing people the wrong way.
Jimmy.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Take back everything I said before. It's like
he is rubbing people the wrong way because of his aggressive gameplay. So people are already starting to catch on. Apparently, like there were words used like aggressive, trying to get in everybody's ear, trying to dominate competition. So we'll see what's happening with that. But yeah, those are the 3 main spoilers I got. I know it's not too many. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, it's only been a day. It's only been a day. I think they came on well, it's today Monday. I don't even know what day.
Yeah, basically
Monday.
At midnight.
Yeah, they came on last night. So yes, well, thanks for bringing us that. Next week, I'm gonna be in it. Because I didn't even watch the episode last night. I watched it like right before so we could do this recording, and we're gonna try to do them sooner than this typically. But we've just come off of Love Island. Those of y'all who's on Love Island, they have daily episodes. It was off the chain. So I needed a moment, but we slowly moving into it. But we're gonna try to have the episodes available very soon after the show airs. All right, y'all. I think that's it for us today. Comment and let us know who are your favorites thus far. Who do you think has winning potential? And also, like, subscribe, share with a friend. You know, we're a new channel. We're growing, but we are not new to BB. We love it and we love talking it. So we'd love to chit chat with you about certain things. So let us know. And until next time, we'll see you.
Bye.